everybody knew what a downwinder was. We were the anti-nuclear capital of the world. I was an autistic kid. My father was a drafted United States Marine, an incredible man. I come from an incredible family. My uncle stood on Omaha Beach on D-Day. I grew up on a huge ranch out by the lake. He was a beautiful, incredible person. He was at Pendleton, combat ready, and they were human guinea pig. They were marched into the trenches in Nevada. They're called atomic veterans. He nearly died at the blast. Between 1951 and 1968, we had 300 open-air tests. Well, as different scientists started to write about this, Wallace Stegner was at the University of Utah at the time. I got to know him. Edward Abbey was hanging around there. I got to know him. I got to know all these environmentalists, and I was an environmentalist, and it was a passionate, intense subject matter there.
All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Plumegate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. Plumegate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. They'll be calling you a radical. May God have mercy on all of your souls.
Nuclear power was evolving. We were promised, oh, this can't happen.
Well, good morning. Time to get out of your dogma snuggies. And boy, most everyone's in one. Double down, dig in. Massive few days, incredible few days. Got the great, amazing news yesterday. In my entire career, 40 years as an anti-nuclear activist, 40-plus years, this is the biggest event, bar none. This is the first time we really got a win. This is major. It's gigantic. It has a lot to do with social media. It has a lot to do with the Great Equalizer, YouTube. It has a lot to do with technology, the information age. On Balco, she has ruled that the case goes forward against the Sailors. Not only has she ruled that it goes forward, she has broadened it. She saw the writing on the wall. What a brilliant mind. Amazing. Took her a long time. I think what happened, she was told to wait or waited to release this after they announced the USS Reagan is going to swap with the George Washington. The Reagan's going to be docked in Asia Pacific in Japan. The George Washington will be docked in San Diego. We know what that's all about. This is going to be a major marquee event going forward. Now, when I was in San Diego, I was with Bill and another one of the attorneys that they're not the litigators per se who filed this, Paul, which I know Paul, great work, by the way, Paul. Charles, great work. And hats off to Libby. And I want to call this out, too, right now, to how we really have become the media. I have the permit, the signed permit by Jason at the Blanch, the Edward Schwartz building. I had a bunch of activists and all kinds of people down there in Southern California telling me, including media, oh, you can't get a permit, you can't protest. We've been working on getting a permit for freaking weeks. Lori can testify to this, that I was down there. You know how long it took me from in the door to have a handwritten permit? 15 minutes. I have it. I'm going to frame it. It's marquee. Last year when this case was going down, there was one single activist there last year, me. That's it. That's it. I was down there every day. You know, did videos. That's the power of YouTube. Proof. When this got released, I was at the Schwartz building the day before yesterday. My flight flew out at 8 o'clock at night. I was with Lori in Carlsbad. I was with Bill, the attorney, who's broadening this case to General Electric. there's a massive group of attorneys that are going to pounce all over this, which I'm sure Paul and those guys have other groups working with them. But what they're going to do, they're going to open up to civilians. So if there's any civilians that were in Japan when this thing happened, or for that matter, you know, the civilians who live there, you know, the children, whatever, that have been there post Fukushima, contact me. You know, my contact information's all over. I list my phone number, email, because, you know, they're going to gather some plaintiffs. We've been working on it, and they're going to sue General Electric directly. I think Janet was so smart on this. She's a young attorney. This took huge guts, and this needs to be said. The press releases were not released to so-called mainstream media. I'll put up some videos of when I was down there last month and the night before last. I went inside the courtroom the night before last, and I says, hey, you know, is there anything on there? And the woman says, it looks like there's been a filing. I says, can I get it? And they, you know, wanted me to pay a bunch of money for it, blah, blah, blah. You can even read it to me. And they wouldn't read it to me. I'm sure that's what this was. And so Paul got it, the attorney. They released Janet, probably, you know, sent it to him immediately. And Libby released it, Nuclear Hot Seat. I think it says volumes for the grassroots activists, her work. You know, she sat right in that courtroom. She was in the courtroom. You know, I was outside with Paul. He's like, the attorneys, you going to go in the courtroom today, Kev? I said, not today. I'm standing outside and protesting today. You know, and I'm going to fight with the cops and USS Marshals. And we're standing there protesting, got all our signs, you know, and Tom Brown come down, Lori and I, and we're trying to get people to come, U.S. Marshal's office all over, San Diego PD all over me. Young cop, bulletproof vest, the whole thing, you know, got into it with me, you know, just attacked me. You know, you're wrong on this, blah, blah, blah. I was in the Navy for 22 years. I said, what do you mean I'm wrong? All we're doing is saying, let's go forward in court and let's see who's wrong and let's see who's right. Oh, they you know, they knew what they're, I said, what do you mean they knew? People on the ship, they didn't know. They had no idea. Do you understand how freaking hot that ship was? Do you understand how annihilated it got with radiation? Now let's call this out in heavy detail. And I've got this heavily documented through this YouTube site. And I hope a lot of you guys back up these USS Reagan videos so they can't go away. Let's be clear. I was in San Diego last year. Rad chick, Christina, called me on the phone. Says, Kevin, hey, I found this. They're actually going to have a Little League football camp, sleep-out camp on the Reagan. You in San Diego? Yeah. So I go over there. One-man protest again. Then, of course, the San Diego Chargers practice on. Now, my daughter's friend is a San Diego Charger cheerleader, was. I was very worried about that, Tiffany. And thank God she's not on it she's not anymore. I didn't know she still was. I thought, no, she'd moved on, you know, a year earlier. So, think about this. This litigation, and everybody says, oh, they're taking on some big, heavy hit. Oh, fucking A, they are. General Electric, Toshiba, they're all going to go get them this free. That's the point. That's all we've ever wanted as activists. All we've ever wanted is these fuckers to get in the ring with us. Get in the fucking ring with us. That's all. The cowards. You know they're fucking cowards, and they've been afraid to get in the ring with us. They're in the fucking ring, and they're going to get the fuck knocked out of them. And rightfully so. These little fucking hairspray Operation Fox on Fox News weasel fuckers that sit behind a set with their weasel. I've intimidated these people so many times. You saw me in Occupy Wall Street. That's how I play. I've done this for years. You can ask Tom Blewett. We protested all over New York City with the blessings of the new mayor. Cops were great with us. It was, you know, Al Gore's bitches that tried to kick us out of the parade. Oh, you guys stinking. What are you? The one kid that I says, what are you, Al Gore's bitch? He says he changed his social media and named Al Gore's bitch. And I, you know, I've talked to her. It's pretty funny, but the only people we really got in the heat with, and we got into it, and it got pretty scary and pretty dangerous, was Fox News over there. Those fuckers are rats. I ever see Sean Hannity in public, and Ann Calder, that dude. Any of them, you know. Those fucking cowards. Those fucking cowards that hide behind their hair strand. None of them ever bled. None of them ever fucking bled. None of them. Fucking rats. Fox News is the biggest fucking bunch of rats that ever walked. Now, I can prove it. CNBC, General Electric, the biggest rats that ever fucking lived. They're fucking rats. We support the troops. They pound the war machine, pound the war machine, pound. You'll see these videos. I put it up today from down there. I'm standing right down there. This is a marquee major thing. Nobody supporting the troops. Nobody. Libby and her friend. Oh, yeah. Me, Lori. Lori lives down there. Famous activist. Her mother, who passed away, cancer young. Tom showed up. That's it. Bill. A handful of the San Diego attorneys, oh, they were there. They were there. They're living for bear. They get it. No fucking media. You'll see the videos. Who sits right above with the logo that looks right down on it? NBC, Fox News. They're right there. They don't support shit. All they want is what they want these fucking kids to go bleed and fucking die, and the taxpayer to pay for it. So they're futiles to sit back and make their money. They have conned America so hardcore. They are fucking terrorists. Sean Hannity, Rush Limbaugh. I'll give Rush. Rush is all an act. He admits it. Even Bill O'Reilly, he admits he's an act. He'll tell you that. Here we go with Sarah Palin now and her fake super PAC, just extorting billions. I mean, these people, and if you're a soldier and you're a troop and what they did to you, what Fox News did to you, what KSL did and Doug Wright right here in Utah, these are hardcore terrorists. None of these people ever bled. These guys war profit millions and millions off soldiers' blood. And like I said, if the USS Reagan does not prove it, we support the troops. Everybody driving out their yellow sticker. No, you fucking don't support shit. Nobody fucking participated. We'll set up a permanent shop down there. This is going to be big. Now, so you know, I was with one of the attorneys at his house on 2 days ago, up on Drifter's Point. We had at his office, having a long conversation. They've really been in my ear. You know, they want my brain. You know, twist my brain out and say, well, get out your wallets, you know, but they haven't. But anyway, they get this. They get this, and these are heavy, heavy hitters, powerhouses, old attorneys, been around a long time, groups of them, that the same people that took on Saudi Arabia on 9/11, the same people that took on Agent Orange and Dow Chemical. These people know the game. They know it big time, and they know how evil this is. What Janet did yesterday took incredible, incredible guts. I want to make sure I apologize to her because I was dead wrong on this. I was right about the G getting involved with it, but I was wrong. And I'm one to admit when I'm wrong, and I was wrong. I thought she was going to rule against him. She was smart enough to see, hey, I rule against it. They're just going to turn around and file on G and Joe, and we can't let Tip go off the hook. And I can't do it. She did the exact right thing. It's beautifully written. I've read it. It's amazing. And it just shows you what grassrooters and we became all a group out there. So many people out there. It was reported into the media, not by AP, not by NBC, not by ABC's, no, by us, by Libby. You know, Paul got it. Paul sent it immediately to Libby. You know, then Jules, right here on this radio station, UCY, who's been all over this from day one, she has built a website that, you know, I'm an administrator on, Fukushima Facts through UCY. Boom, there it is. They post it there. Libby posted it there, and then I have it. Boom. It's a bit, you know, you people can go in denial all across America, and you're, you know, chest pounding and you're grandstanding or whatever. This is massive. This is giant. And I'm here to tell you right now, if I was still a derivative trader and I was, you know, a hedge fund industry, I'd be shorting the fuck out of fucking General Electric stock right now. Well, by the way, and I want this to be said so it's in the domain, all my work, all this has been done at the University of General Electric. Which State University is the one where anything, I stuck it right in them. Fucking corrupt war profiteer fucks. CNBC, you know, NBC, they're owned by General Electric. it's not just we refuse to report, won't report. No, these are crimes, hardcore fucking crimes. As I said last year at the Million Mask Man March when I gave that speech, I had this punk ass says, "Oh, Million Masks going to change the world." They didn't do shit. The fuck we didn't. These people are so abstract. People sitting in their fucking cocoon behind a webcam, babbling fucking bullshit. It's like this Gary Hunter fucking moron. This fucker puts out for years now. Fucking dollar's going to crash when the dollar already crashed. The dollar's actually getting healthier. Oh, fucking gold's going to 5,000, silver's going to 1,000 when fucking it's dropping. Both of them been dropping for 3 years every single month. The Dow's going to 3,000, going back. All these freaks. When the Dow's fucking on the biggest fucking gains it's had in the United States stock market history in 5 years. Job market annihilated, never come back. America's not going to be gutted. I love it. Oh, it's going to happen. Already happened. Happened in 2001, 2002, 3, 2000. From 2000 to 2010 happened. America gone. Mission accomplished. Patriot Act. Looted. I mean, it's unbelievable how, you know, Chris Hedges, Naomi McClain, all these people will come out and they'll write a book in the rearview mirror. Now, I report these as they unfold, as they happen. I always have. That's why I'm such a successful derivative trader when I was on Wall Street. I see things as they happen. By the way, I hope you guys followed my advice again in April on the Apple split. You know, go back and do your math on that again. It's amazing to me. Dogma. People are dug in. They're doubled down, dug in. Doesn't matter. They got their mind on fucking red pill, blue pill. It's everything fits into one fucking dynamic. There's no red or blue. There's no black or white. Blanch Schwartz. No. Gray. It's always been that. That's called pragmatic minds. I was with Bill, the attorney. They know this litigation should have flew, which it did flow before Fukushima happened. Now that Fukushima happened, General Electric fucked up big time. I can tell you this, big time. Let's get real. 800,000 military personnel in Japan, the American colony. How many American civilians are living there? This litigation is going to be the biggest in the history of humanity, bar none, and they're going to fucking lose. Why are they going to lose? Because they're guilty as fuck. They're so hardcore guilty. And let's think about this. Who made the decision? Now, you think about this. First San Diego Charger that gets cancer. Oh, and it'll happen. And they're going to start Googling around. Oh, they'll find fucking Kevin Blanch's videos or Libby's radio show or, you know, and they're going to go, oh, my God. How come we weren't told? They didn't look. Yeah, how come they weren't told? CBS, NBC, malice. As I said in front of the White House, not only they don't report, they use the media as a weapon against us. Fuck them. Fuck them's right. These litigation is not just going to spill into General Electric, the military contractor, the nuclear buildup they are. And by the way, litigations have been filed against Diablo Canyon, too, by Friends of the Earth. And I was with Gene Stone also, too, down there. It's an amazing dynamic. It's an amazing dichotomy of the activists, how they've evolved, because we have YouTube cameras now. We have social media. We didn't have that a few years ago. It's changed everything. They underestimated this genre. They all underestimated this genre. NBC, ABC's, the War Project, they underestimated it. You know, your fucking posters and your Fox News Grand Sample. Look at their fucking ratings over here. Those fucking people are going to pay. My guess is litigation is going to be filed against. By the way, CNBC litigation will be filed against them, too. They're pulling a pure pump and dump with this John McGreen and T-Mobile. And they do it over and over and over. It's just like this. Remember what's his name went on CNBC? How does it feel to be, it feels great. They have blood on their hands. Some of these media have committed incredible crimes. Incredible crimes. When Elizabeth Vargas and ABC goes over and uses fucking photographs of Hanford and tells you that's spent fuel for war, that's fucking malice. That is against the fucking law. Hugely. General Electric's going to come apart on this. I'm here to tell you. So is Toshiba. So is all of them. All of them. All the heavy hitters. They're going to come apart on this. This is going to open the floodgates. I think this could be the biggest litigation since 100 years ago on Standard Oil antitrust, but it's even bigger because it's nuclearism into the atmosphere. These attorneys these are groups of old attorneys that know their shit, dynamic, educated. They're not the ambulation pieces of shit. No, these guys, and I talked to somebody, these guys really do believe in the soldiers. Let's not forget the young man who passed in July. I was in the hospital with one of these young men. He's in the fight of his life, full of leukemia. There's 1,100 of them sick. And how this will spill over, and Bill says it perfectly, the attorney down there. Like I said, I was at his house 2 days ago. He dropped me off, went right to the Swartz building, went over, but before I flew home to Utah, he says it perfectly. He says, this litigation is going to be the biggest in world history as it spews into the Americans, into North America. The cover-up of Fukushima, there's no doubt, is one of the reasons I got leukemia. Hundreds did. Let's get real. Now, I'm going to sue the Department of Energy. I'm going to go right at the Department of Energy. Win, lose, or draw. My father, human guinea pig during the Nevada test site. Now, that new study that just came out of Liverpool, there's tons of those studies out there that they knew that they were going to kill those guys. They knew they were going to mutate their genetic gene pool, and they knew that their yet-to-be-born offspring was going to be genetically mutated. And there's plenty of studies, 16 times the incidence of leukemia if your father was a fucking atomic veteran. There was 100,000 of them, by the way. That's a lot of kids. Multiple times birth defects, asthma, autism, all of this. They knew. They knew, and I can prove that they fucking knew. I'm suing those fuckers. They took fucking nearly $1 million in cash from me. All my money. Didn't give me shit. Never gave my dad a fucking dime. This futile fucking girl. And I can prove that, too. When I was at the Omni, and I think about this, is the Nuclear Regulatory Committee hearing at the Omni Resort. 5-star hotel, $400. Now, we negotiated a deal through the activist Lonnie Clark negotiated a deal through Priceline. We got our rooms for freaking like $70. That's how she works, and that's how we do it. They didn't. In the bar, drinking red wine, the whole group together. I got videos of them. I videoed them in the fucking bar. They saw me. You know, I'm sitting there. I had one beer. They sit there for hours. And not just the 5-panel. They had rows and rows. Hey, do you want to go to San Diego? Do you want to stay at the Omni? My guess is that hearing probably cost the American taxpayer $1 million. It's outrageous. Out-fucking-rageous. That's what the feudals have turned into. The neo-feudalism system, the New World Order. What a fucking joke. It's outrageous is what happened to America. As I talked to Chip, the head of the NRC spokesman, he and I toe-to-toe, man-to-man for an hour and a half. Talked right after I got off the radio show Tuesday. We talked for a long time. We talked about the Department of Energy and how this has been thrown into the NRC's lap, which it has, and he's right about that, but the NRC are criminals. The NRC is so fucking corrupt because they protect it. They've gotten so cozy with this industry. It's a corrupt cabal, just like all the other industries. But the Department of Energy has failed to do their obligation that Congress fucking told them to do. Congress makes law. It's treason. It's treason. What year was Yucca Mountain fucking passed through the fucking legislation? Yucca Mountain's been built for how long? Yucca Mountain's completely 100% done. You can disagree with Yucca Mountain all you fucking want. It doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't fucking matter. It's law. It's law. It is law. That is the law. They spent billions building it. It's done. The railroad, I mean, it's ready to go. You know, me and Lonnie talked last night. She said, maybe you should go down there, like, do some video, and they'll take you on a tour right there. You can go right there. By the way, the Nevada Test Site's a fucking national park. Now, I'm not going to go in the Nevada Test Site right now because I'm not healthy enough. You know, they still left the bleachers. They left all the things. I've been in there lots of times. You know, it's amazing to see it. Where they murdered my father. Where they murdered fucking so many of us. Yet there's no accountability. Fucking Livermore. Lawrence Livermore. That fucking Lawrence that, by the way, the son of the incredible group that put this baby together. Boy, was he a piece of work in that hearing. Oh, my God. He's the son of one of the freaking main Oppenheimer's assistants. He went on and ran in there that was so eloquent and so beautiful. You owe us $53 billion, San Onofre. Oh, he let him have it. He knows what I know. What a genius. The nuclear freaking reactors have been the biggest extraction of wealth. The nuclear industry, the military-industrialized complex, is nuclearist. They've paid trillions and trillions of fucking dollars. We don't use it. That's what people don't get. It doesn't create your nuclear power. It's a lie. Don't you? People cannot see that. You know, consumption of electricity is done in this country in the last 15 years. It has went so far down. Why? Technology. Hello. I mean, a guy walks in, a guy's replacing my furnace today. Guy walks into your freaking business, says, hey, you know, I'll replace that freaking furnace and everything. And by the way, he told me, I got to tell you this story. The guy that I know, this young man that I know, come out and looked out, and I said, where you been? He says, I've been in the Bay Area. I says, yeah, I've been up in, California all year. And he says, what the hell are you doing there? And he says, you got to realize a lot of people in the Bay Area, and I know that, they don't have air conditioners or heaters, furnaces. No need for them. So climate has so radically changed, they're being overwhelmed right now. Now, a lot of it's, too, because, these soft-ass, sissy fucking baby boomers in the Bay Area is blown up. They're going to have any comfort. If it isn't exactly 72 degrees all day, every day, they're crying like the little bitches that they are. That's a big piece of it. But even like in San Diego, I remember when I done there when I was a kid, where's everybody's air conditioner? Or where's the swamp coolers? We use swamp coolers here in Utah. They're great, by the way. And he's like, he points at the ocean right there. And now, you know how fucking hot it's been down there all year? Oh, it's been unbelievable. 20, 30, 40 degrees above fucking normal. And I'm not kidding. I mean, fuck, there was times it was 30 degrees above normal. Sometimes even more than that. I mean, unbelievable, unheard of shit meteorology. Unheard of. It's still that way down there. Whole fucking place is fucking, I can't believe it hasn't gone up in smoke. It's unbelievable how fucking hot and dry it is. So, we finally get something that's going to play out in an incredible dynamic. Now, what? Doesn't matter even if they fucking don't win. Doesn't matter. Look, let's talk about this. San Onofre. Friends of the Earth litigation was filed against freaking San Onofre. Us as grassroots, I'm in the freaking bone marrow transplant. The day that San Onofre had the accident, I was going in and out of a coma that day. I'm getting hundreds, if not thousands, of emails a day in those days because Fukushima was fresh on everybody's mind. I'm the one screaming my head off, going crazy about Fukushima. And stuff's been coming to me, coming to a lot of people. The heat's on, it gets leaked into the media, gets leaked into the domain by me, by insiders. Insiders are sending stuff to me. They're sending stuff to people all over. Anybody they can get their hands on. They lied their fucking ass off. The NRC covered them. PG&E covered. The corruption of PG&E, which is long going, the corruption of PG&E, and the corruption of NRC has been decades. So the corruption's ongoing. It's exposed through social media, keyboard activism, through fucking local media, through insiders that worked in the plant. It starts to get into the domain. We're going crazy. I'm going crazy from my hospital room. Doing videos out on the edge of the Utah State Capitol. Lots of people are. We're digging in. I'm fighting from Utah, fighting San Onofre. I've been fighting San Onofre since I was a kid. So what happens? Judge rules that, hey, they want to refire to 70% after they've been caught cheating on their fucking reactor, which, by the way, I went out there when they were moving the reactor here to Utah, to the Nevada test site, and got into a hell of a fight out there with security. That thing's so fucking hot, light our ass. They legally parked the Energy Solutions dump site, which Energy Solutions are corrupt fuckers. SEC has got them under investigation. Of course, they won't do nothing. They've had them under investigation for fucking several years. Bankrupt. Shareholders have sued the CEO and the CFO. It doesn't matter. American public is so fucking ignorant and fucking so dogma, they won't do anything. By the way, I want to tell people this, and this is how ignorant American public is. Whistleblowers that go in that had no incredible information on these companies and whatever, inside, there's rewards. Huge rewards. And people, oh, they don't get the fuck, they don't get them. Look it up. But yet people, well, you know, Fox News, fucking con man, Ann Calder, that dude. That's what, you do know Ann Calder's a guy. I mean, this is how fucking crazy these is. Ann Calder's a guy. It's been proven, actually. It's not even a girl. Everybody says, well, it was a guy who had a section. No, it's a guy. Ann Calder's a guy. I mean, this is what a can they pull on the Operation Foxconn, the Queen's mouthpiece, funded right out of the House of Windsor. Rupert Murdoch, read his book. He says it right in his fucking book. He admits all this. He's the opposite of America. He admits it. He says, fuck, you know, I hate America and what I hate America's about. I hate America. I hate that they had terrorists. I hate that we are not the religion. I fucking absolutely hate America, and I've done everything I could to destroy America. Rupert Murdoch says it himself. Read his fucking book. And they use the flag, and they wrap up, and these people call themselves patriots. None of them ever fucking bled. I mean, it's so black is white, up is down. I'm a patriot when they're patriots. And then they tell you, and then it's called dogma. People are sick. They're cowards. They're fucking cowards so bad. They're such fucking cowards. America, I've never seen such fucking cowards. They talk like this. Oh, stop, man. They don't know how to talk strongly. They don't know how to talk loudly. That's the NRC with me. I walk up to those guys. I grab them by the hand. I shake their hand firmly and strongly. And, you know, those guys, they're educated. They're intelligent, but they know. They're scared to fucking death of me. They are literally. I ain't kidding you. When I talk to them, they nearly piss their pants. Because they know I'm strong, articulate, and they know, I mean, I know how to talk in a strong way. Without attacking, without freaking losing my lunatic mind. That's what we've lost. You know, in Chip Talk out of there, I says, I'm just filling a void. You know, the radical, intense, hard activists that tell the freaking extreme part of this equation. And that where the problem is, because that void has been there for a long time. And no one's willing to fill that void. I am, and in order to fill that void, you have to know your subject matter. You have to have you have to speak with confidence. I used to teach communication class. Speaking with confidence is a very simple thing. You can't fake it. You have to know your subject matter. In order to speak strongly with confidence, you have to know your subject matter. Then, even if you do, because there's plenty of people that do that know this, but then they have to have experience. They have to have experience, you know. I think athletes can make freaking great spokesmen, but they're not educated enough in this thing because they spent their life playing sports. You know, it's hard to have both. You know, though my mind is not for rent, don't put me down as arrogant. No changes are permanent to any government. It's so true. You know, Pat Tillman, that was a smart, intelligent, articulate, dynamic, confident man. Incredible man. Why do you think they killed him? Aaron Swartz, young, confident, articulate, smart, dynamic young man. Why do you think they killed him? Michael Hastings, young, smart, articulate, confident, dynamic. They killed him. Oh, they didn't kill him. He hung himself. Yeah, the American populace. We're going to walk Fufu and Fifi on the beach. Wow. Wow. Quit feeding Fufu and Fifi. Let the neighbors start feeding Fufu and Fifi and see whose best friend they are now. Because they have no communication skills. They're afraid to talk to a stranger. They're afraid to have a conversation. And you can't be radical lunatic Lulu out there. I mean, that's the problem. You know, that's what they want to group us. They want to throw us in there. Say, you know, like Louis Farrakhan, what a great speaker he was, and then he starts going off about aliens. Wow. Wow. People don't want to hear the supernatural bullshit. Even if it's true, untrue, whatever, they don't want to hear it. When this comes into the freaking reality of a contemporary America, we want to see, I mean, we want the reality of what's happened. We don't want to sit and talk about what could have, would have, should have, fucking, maybe fucking shit we don't understand. Let's talk about the reality. Fukushima. 3 full fucking core meltdowns. Pointed Civic with no way to turn it off. Chernobyl. Fucking San Onofre, fucking nuclear accident. Nuclear whip fucking leaking in the atmosphere. It's like the desalination. Some lunatic got up there and fucking inside the fucking meeting and says he wanted to turn San Onofre into a fucking desalination plant. Oh yeah, drink up, motherfuckers. Do you realize there's a desalination plant that's going on in Carlsbad? It's getting ready to go on. It's going to be your bathing water. And that's exactly why I won't move down there. I won't move down there. I will not live there. You can't. Your water you're going to bathe with, you shower with, you're going to drink with, is going to come out of the Pacific Ocean. The desalination plant has no equipment to take radioisotopes out of the water. Fukushima is pointing into the Pacific Ocean all day, every day, and it's going to continue to point, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. By the way, I had an activist tell me just this, and I wanted to crack him one. I won't even say who it was. Well, maybe it's not the worst idea in the world to dump it in the Pacific. They've been dumping everything in the Pacific anyway. Those are incredibly ignorant statements, and I'll tell you why. The ocean is the land. It is the sky. The vapors rise up off the ocean. That's what the storms are. You dump it into the ocean, you dump it on the fucking continents. It's the same thing. They are one. They are of one. It's not abstract. The water's not one, and the land's not another. It's not true. These fucking things that have been dumped in flow around, and the fucking water rises up into the clouds, and then it rains across the fucking land. That's how ignorant fucking people are. It doesn't matter. It's like trying to say San Onofre's a Southern California issue. Get your kicks down Route 66. It's more of a Route 66 issue than anywhere. If San Onofre had an accident, it would probably affect people in New Mexico, Arizona, Texas, across Kansas, across Florida, fucking maybe even fucking North South Carolina, more than it even would fucking say Pacific Beach. That's where the wind's blowing, where the water flows. And my guess is, you know, you could hear it. For the first time I heard it, PG&E's spokesman was up there with the NRC, and all I could hear was National Depository. We want it out of there yesterday. We want it out of there yesterday. We want it out of there yesterday. I hadn't heard that before from them. They want it gone fucking now. They agree with me. I want it gone fucking now. They don't want to deal with it, and I'll tell you why they don't want to deal with it. They know it's a fucking liable catastrophe. The liability that they know there's no way to handle it. They know you can dry cast it all you fucking want. Sitting on that fucking cliff? Ha! Are you kidding? Fucking earthquake don't make a fuck what it's in. It's over. They want it gone now. Not only that, they want to get rid of the evidence. I think they're tearing the building down. They want to tear it down yesterday. Oh, they want to destroy the fucking evidence. The only reason San Onofre got shut down, the judge ruled that they had to have hearings before they could restart to 70%. Oh, they're not about to get into a courtroom, because inside of a courtroom, depositions are taken, fucking transparency between attorneys into the public domain. The public has 100% access to all of it. That's the Constitution. Oh, yeah. They'll try the Patriot Act, by the way. They will try it. Ain't going to work. Not with this time. Not only this case is so big, this case probably will be the case that breaks the Patriot Act. Illegal, the greatest illegal document ever fucking signed in the history of mankind, which Congress signed, is the Patriot Act. Remember, it was supposed to be temporary? Extension, America, home of the cowards? And think about that. Why'd they extend that fucking thing to backdoor the entire Constitution? Because Fox News told all you fucking voters to do it. The American populace wants that because American populace are fucking cowards. America's the biggest bunch of fucking cowards that ever was. Now, I'll be in D.C. for the Million Masked Man March. You know, we try to pull back on the police state. We try to pull back on the First Amendment. You know, I could tell you right now, post last year, post fucking Occupy, I do a lot of protesting in a lot of places around this country. New York City, the public square is back. The protesting that Tom Blua and Ackerman and all I's done in front of CNBC. I've been on CNBC 4 times. Not invited. Not invited once. You know, when they try to do their interviews, I'm an effective activist. I call them out. I scream and fucking yell. I won't let them, because they're fucking interviews. Just like, for instance, Fox News interviews me. And I said, don't waste my fucking time. Don't waste my time. And I know the young man. He knows me. He says, no, Kevin. He says, you do this interview, I'll guarantee that I put it on 10 o'clock news. I says, don't lie to me. Don't fucking lie, because I'm fucking tired of it. So you listen to the end of the Fox News piece on San Onofre. I'm the last person on there. You can hear me. Doesn't show my face. Just words. You know, so yeah, you didn't lie to me, but, you know, put my face on Fox News as a reporter, you'll get fired. Because America's cowards. They can't handle the truth. They don't want the fucking truth. They want no fucking part of the truth. They hate the fucking truth. They can't stand the fucking truth. They're dogma. They're going, it's like all these people, oh, the fucking market's going to crash. The dollar. No, it's not. It already happened. The standard of fucking living got fucking annihilated in 2003, 2004, 2005, when the dollar flipped. Went from 75 cents to a fucking $1.06. That's when it happened. The dollar's actually gotten healthier. Markets, look at the job market. That's the thing nobody wants to talk about. The participation rate in this country, less than 50%. It's unbelievable.
All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Twin Gate.